Anurag Viswanath joins us now from Singapore. She's an analyst at the Institute of Chinese Studies. Thanks so much for your time. We've been seeing several top US diplomats visiting China recently, but trade remains one of the major sticking points for the two countries. What would you say a successful meeting would look like? Can we expect the easing of trade restrictions?
Well, the top line of the visit is that political relations between US and China are not thriving, but economic relations continue to thrive. There is a great deal of economic interdependence between the US and China, and there is no scenario of disengagement or decoupling. So both sides are reinforcing how to stabilize and normalize relations. The Chinese side is talking about win-win cooperation and peaceful coexistence. So political relations are not going to be on track, but economic relations are pretty much on track. Imports and exports growing, and trade has touched 700 billion. So economically, both China and US need each other.
China's economy, though, has been somewhat struggling. Does that put them on the back foot in these negotiations? Does that give the US a stronger hand?
Well, there are certain critical issues between US and China. Of course, the Chinese economy is not doing well, and the unemployment figures are not being released. But these are not the key issues between US and China. The key issues is, China's cost advantage, the kind of subsidies that China gives its own manufacturers, the kind of infrastructure that China has, the kind of manufacturing clusters that China has that gives it a huge cost advantage. There is the issue of devalued currency, and there is also the issue of restricted access to Chinese markets. So these are more critical issues rather than what is happening in China within.
It will be interesting to see the outcome of this visit. Anurag Viswanath, thank you for your analysis live for us from Singapore.